Hi everyone, this is Brooke Filosa. I am here today at Real Safe Title with Jacque Villano, who is going to educate us about title and title's role in the home buying process. So it's a really important part of the home buying process that a lot of people don't fully understand. So I'm excited to be here so that she can help educate us.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, thank you.
So why don't we start with the basics? What is title, and what is your role in a real estate transaction?
Sure. So it is definitely something that's overlooked in the transaction, but arguably one of the more important pieces of it. There's really three components to the title insurance and settlement. You have the title searches, the title insurance, and then the settlement component of it. So the title company, as our role, we essentially do a search. We conduct a search for any open liens, any judgments, municipal and assessment judgments, or liens that could be on the property. We examine the chain of title to see who actually owns the home and who's legally authorized to sell their property. We take these findings and have a title examiner review them, distribute them to all parties, and that is what our insurance commitment is based off of. So the title insurance piece of it itself is an indemnity policy, and that protects the insured against any financial risk or harm that could arise from claims on the property that would challenge your ownership.
Got it. So basically, and you really can't close on a home if title is not clear. Is that correct?
Correct. So it is considered an optional purchase if you're purchasing cash. Again, no title company or attorney is going to tell you that that's an optional policy, but if you purchase with a mortgage in New Jersey specifically, and in most states, yes, it's absolutely required to get a policy on the home.
Got it. So if you did buy cash and you didn't get it, essentially you could later find out you weren't even able to buy it.
Right.
Right.
You waive all those essentially protections against for yourself as the buyer, as far as ownership of the home. And again, all those open items could potentially challenge your ownership in the home and the property that you actually are purchasing.
Got it. So now, can buyers choose which title company they work with? I know that, I think in most cases what I experience is, they have an attorney they work with, the attorney has a title company they work with, and no one even thinks twice about it.
So it is considered a service you can shop for. And when I say shop for, I don't necessarily mean the cost of it, because in New Jersey, title searches, insurance, and settlement are very heavily regulated. So if you buy a $750,000 home, every title insurance company is going to offer two policies for the purchaser. It's going to be a standard New Jersey policy and an enhanced policy, and there's no variation between cost, title company to title company for that policy. However, it is a service that the buyer ultimately has a choice on who they want to use. Now, to your point, when you go to an attorney or a realtor, most of them already have a relationship with the title company because it is such a service-based business. They're relying on the referral from either the attorney or the realtor, to kind of walk them through that transaction.
Got it. So which party is responsible for kind of the closing and all of those documents? I know in the past, I think it used to be the attorney and now it's the title company.
Yeah, definitely. So in New Jersey, the title companies and many other states, we've always operated with title companies having the option to be the settlement agent or an escrow agent. But post the TRID regulations in 2015, you saw a shift in many title companies absorbing the responsibility of being the settlement agent as well. So really, what does that mean? That means we're conducting the searches, again, finding any open items or any items that need to be paid as a result of closing, but we're accepting all funds through our escrow account, closing funds from the buyer. We're paying off anything that has to be distributed as a result of the closing, and we're conducting the actual closing itself. So we're preparing the closing statement with the lender, or an ALTA or a HUD one if it's cash, and we're sending a settlement officer to the location of the client's choosing. So traditionally it's done in the buyer's attorney's office or the title company's office, but we can get creative. It's really just about what works best for the buyer. If you have a purchaser who's buying cash, they want to do it remotely, that works too. Or maybe they're purchasing a property and they're actually going to be out of the state and they're not moving here still. We can arrange for closing in another state as well. So we've done it all.
Yeah.
Closings in a parking lot, we've done closings in a bar, we've done it everywhere.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Now tell me a little bit more about your company, specifically Real Safe Title, and yourself.
Sure. So I've been in the business personally about 13 years. Our company, although we have a presence in many other states, specifically for New Jersey, we have offices all throughout the state. We handle both residential and commercial and foreclosure and REO work as well, and that's for purchasing and refinances. So we have many offices throughout the state of New Jersey, and just like this one here in Westfield as well.
Right. And what about yourself?
So, like I said, I've been in the business about 13 years, and I do business development for the company. I think for our company specifically, it is a very service-based business. So for us, something that's always on the forefront of our mind is, although we're not really a buyer direct. As buyer direct, we are becoming more buyer direct as it used to be, more than it used to be. And even though we represent the buyer at the end of the day, I think something that's in the forefront of my mind and on our team's mind is that we try to provide the best transaction service that we can for everybody involved in the transaction.
Yeah, and closing day is a big day, so for you guys to be handling that, it's a big thing. I think.
It's lost its luster the past few years, I think, with everybody being remote, but we're trying to bring that back. And the closing table is really the bow on the present at the end of the day. So we want to make that a very special experience. And I know it can be an emotional experience for many people, buyers and sellers, but we want to make that the best experience possible.
Yes, and you guys do a great job of it.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you'd like the community to know?
No, I think that's it. Again, as far as a title company, you know, certainly speak to your realtor, speak to your attorney. Just make sure you're working with the right partners, people who actively do this as, you know, full-time and make this their career. And, you know, we want to help you in any way you can. You know, our job is to be here for you as a buyer as well. But if you're a seller and you have questions, you know, if you're a realtor, you know, attorney, you have questions, we're here to be a resource to you in any way we can.
Thank you so much. And community, if you have any questions for me as a realtor, you know, I can help to advise you on Jacque and title companies and recommendations and things like that. So thanks everyone.
Thank you.